Welcome to the Benzano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Do you know how foolish you must be? Do you know how much dementia must have sat in? Do you know how crazy you need to be to give up one of the most dangerous people in your custody in exchange for a WNBA player? Do you remember a few years ago, Brittney Griner arrested in Russia for smuggling cannabis oil? They said, Brittney, Bob, whatever your name is, you got to go to jail. And then what did we do? What did the Biden administration do? No, not Brittney. She's our most beloved LGBTQ. We need to get her back here. You know what? Russia? You know what? I got somebody that you can get back. We'll give you back Victor Bout, a Russian arms dealer known as the Merchant of Death. Folks, in a prisoner swap, a prisoner exchange, the United States President Biden swapped Brittney Griner, swapped the Merchant of Death for Brittney Griner. Bout, a former Soviet military officer, was serving a 25-year prison sentence in the United States on charges of conspiring to kill Americans, acquire and export anti-aircraft missiles, and provide material support to a terrorist organization. And you know what Biden did? Yeah. Go back to Russia. We need Brittney Griner. We need Brittney. You can't make this up. Tucker Carlson brings on Victor Bout for an interview, and where he says that has to be the worst trade in history. This dude says he feels disrespected that that he was traded for Brittney Griner. Lord have mercy. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Quote, being traded for Brittney Griner was literally an insult, Victor Bout told Tucker Carlson. Quote, she was black, she was lesbian. The Biden administration bowed to the LGBTQ agenda. At least they could have exchanged me for Paul Whelan. Let's take a listen, shall we?
I have to ask you one last question because I think I thought about it at the time. So you were released in a prisoner exchange under the Biden administration. You were in American prison for a long time. When the exchange happened, so you're a very famous person internationally and in Russia, the Biden administration released you in exchange for the release of some women's basketball player on a marijuana charge. Were you surprised? By it seemed asymmetrical.
Brittney Griner.
Yes.
Well, by one thing for me, this was literally some kind of insult,
Right.
At least they could exchange for Paul Whelan, which I was expecting.
Exactly.
But on the Biden administration time, this maybe was only choice. And this is why she was a black, she was a lesbian, and she was a basketball fan. If not for NBA fans, who put a lot of pressure for Biden administration. ESPN was running every day.
WNBA fan. NBA fans didn't care about Brittney Griner. It was the WNBA 15 fans. It was the woke mob. It was the LGBTQ activists. It was it's crazy. It's ridiculous. I agree, Victor. It was crazy.
A kind of the stunt to, call attention that Brittney Griner is still in Russian prison for almost nothing, for some, a small quantity of CBD oil, which is forbidden in Russia. So they put a lot of pressure. So Biden administration, because they are succumbed to the LGBT agenda, and they need to bring, then in front of center of their, attention and policy, was forced by this kind of activism, where you put by one hand NBA fans, another one LGBT fan, community. For Democrats, it's basically, you're done. You can't even move. You can't do nothing. If these two come to you, you better do what they want. You have no choice. So for me, it was clear when, this started, basically. Of course, negotiations protracted, but, well, I can't complain. I'm thankful that my government decided to bring me back, despite, by other hand, I was already like a product with the expiring date pretty soon. If they don't exchange me this time, in 4 years, by now I would be released, nevertheless. So for Americans, I was kind of losing big value, despite they created this dramatic, myth about me that I was the biggest arm dealer in the world, that was second to bin Laden, that, whatever happened in the world, I was responsible without any proof. I have no cringe about it. Whatever happens. It would be maybe subject to different other, books or movies or storytellers.
The Merchant of Death was this guy's nickname. Serving a 25-year prison sentence in the United States on charges of conspiring to kill Americans, acquire and export anti-aircraft missiles, and provide material support to terrorist organization. Traded him for Brittney Griner. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this is craziness. This dude feels insulted that we would trade him for a WNBA player. Worst trade since the Browns gave up 3 firsts for Deshaun Watson. Imagine being convinced a criminal whose weapons killed probably millions rotting in American jail and being mad about getting your freedom because a black woman was involved. He said his trade value was so low. Wow, props to Tucker for his interviews. I wonder if Victor meant this was a personal insult to him. The biggest insult was to American taxpayers and the victims of this guy. Why the fuck would you care about her color? Should be pissed he got traded for an athlete who got busted for weed. Fuck the other crap. No, Griner is a man with undescended testicles that should have been corrected in infancy. Damn. Lord of War W, to be honest. He's not wrong. It was a joke and embarrassment. Not to mention, Griner never said thank you and still hates this country. That's Brittney Griner still in the WNBA. WNBA teams outside the Indiana Fever stay in their locker room during the national anthem. The WNBA players hate America. It's the truth. I think the Russians knew it was not a she they were releasing, but decided to not create another earthquake. Oh, gosh. Can everybody fuck off with calling that man a lesbian? That is a fucking dude, and everybody know. Oh, God. The worst trade in history, the Merchant of Death for Brittney Griner. The Merchant of Death goes on Tucker Carlson, gives an interview in where he says he felt insulted, disrespected. Wild. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.